So not only do we see the Incredible Hulk get a new power up, but we also see him put together his own little team to rival and even possibly kill the Ultimate Avengers. And it gets crazy. But my name is AJ here at the Hero Informer, and let's see what's going on. So Tony Stark over the last few months have been busy putting together this universe's version of the Avengers, named the Ultimates, all because of the Maker, all before the Maker arrives and destroys everything. And so far, he has recruited and gained the help of a pretty diverse and mixed team of heroes. As we see here, Thor, Captain America, Sif, the Human Torch, not Johnny Storm as he was killed, instead the original one, an android, Hawkeye, She-Hulk, Giant Man, and Wasp, along with America Chavez. Even with this universe's Doctor Doom on the hero side helping them out, all because right now they're on a quest to free this broken world from the Maker's wrongdoing. And as they are here grouped up, they head towards something called Damage Control, which to their knowledge, Damage Control is basically a giant superhero prison. And because Iron Lad, or Tony Stark here, needs all the muscle and recruits he can get to help free this world before the Maker, an alternate version of Reed Richards, arrives, he plans to break into this place and free all of the prisoners so they can ally to his cause. And as he will soon heartbreakingly find out later, all of this is a trap and isn't what it seems. But for right now, the Ultimates know nothing what's on the other side, as they stand just on the cusp of the door to this Damage Control superhero prison. They don't know who they will see or what opposition they will encounter. And let me tell you, it winds up being a brutal mess of a situation. But with everyone here and ready, they suit up and get ready to go. As Stark blows down the door and the team steps through to find the Hulk. And a couple things you may already notice off the bat. First of all, this doesn't look like any sort of prison, and that's because it's not. It's the ancient city of Kunlun, you know, the city where Iron Fist got his powers and training from in the main Marvel 616 universe. And secondly, the Hulk here is looking very calm and very gray. That's simply because this Hulk is not what you expect him to be. First of all, he is on the Maker's side of everything, meaning he's an enemy to the heroes. And since he is here in this ancient city of the Iron Fist origins, we find out that he is the Iron Fist now. Yes, the Hulk, already a being with immense power, now with the mastery over chi and the ability to punch through virtually anything, he is like 10 steps ahead what any normal Hulk would be. And we see evidence of this as the Ultimate She-Hulk comes rushing towards him. As right now, she is very angry as she has a little bit of shared history with this Hulk. The Hulk being responsible for the destruction of her home island and her being turned into what she is now. And so you would think one Hulk being fighting another Hulk being would be somewhat of a fight, right? Think again. As we see, it is a stomp with the Hulk charging up his new Iron Fist power, hitting her with something called an atomic Iron Fist, one-shotting her, sending her out of the arena and out of the battlefield, just like that. And something just to bring up, all of the special moves, if you will, throughout the story are named, kind of like wrestling moves, and some of them are devastatingly powerful. But for now, after easily disposing of She-Hulk, this Hulk literally just sits back down, offering everybody some tea. And as you will see, this Hulk isn't really a rage machine, as you might expect a Hulk to be. He is very calm and tranquil, but that doesn't mean he is any less powerful, as evidently we just seen him one-shot She-Hulk, but he doesn't rely on rage for his power. All this is happening to the absolute dismay of the Ultimates. As they sit and watch one of their heavy hitters, She-Hulk instantly disposed of. But while they are here, suddenly the door and entrance that they came in on is immediately shut. They are trapped in here due to some sort of magic, and being in this ancient powerful city, they are now stuck in this arena. But the Ultimates here are still kind of encouraged by their odds. You see, there is about 10 of them and only one Hulk, which if the battle had stayed like this, maybe they would have a chance. Maybe if they all ganged up and tried to beat down on Hulk, maybe, just maybe they can squeak out a win against this now amped up version of the Incredible Hulk. But we see that this Hulk is not only powerful, but strategically smart, as he didn't come here just alone, just flaunting his power. No, he came with a team of his own, a team made to directly rival the power of the Ultimate Avengers. Because as we see, 6 very powerful and skilled warriors from the different ancient cities. But that's not all. No, they need more power. They need to take it a step above this. As we see them all pull out green syringes, stabbing and injecting themselves while pledging their allegiance to the Hulk, as they themselves start to Hulk out, becoming infinitely more powerful. As we find out, inside of those syringes was the Hulk's blood. So now not only is the Incredible Hulk the Incredible Iron Fist, but he now has a team, which he calls the Immortal Weapons of Hulk, making this now a team-on-team battle. And so whether the Avengers wanted to or not, they're going to have to fight for their very lives. And some might not even be lucky to make it out of this with their life. And as the giant battle starts and everybody rushes towards each other, we unfortunately see the Ultimates are outmuscled and outskilled. With Iron Lad charging and failing to take the Hulk on a one-on-one, we see that the others are doing no better against the immortal weapons of the Hulk, each of them fighting their battles against these souped up gamma creatures and losing. All while we see on the outside Dr. Doom trying to establish a connection to get them out of there, get them back to safety. With it being so much of a stomp, Hulk goes on to call the Ultimates, the Ultimate Avengers, as he goes on to say, "You call yourself heroes, but you're children, living out your adolescent power fantasies. I will teach you the true meaning of power in the real world." As he cracks open Iron Man's shields using an open-handed hand strike, him going on to further beat down and explain to Iron Lad that he has studied the teachings of the Grand Enlightened Masters and reduced 5,000 years of wisdom to 3 perfect words: peace through strength, which has become his motto. How this Hulk is calm, but still angry, but he uses his anger to create peace through strength. And of course, not a good peace, subjugation peace, subjugating his rule and part of the world that the Maker gave him with his unrelenting strength. In this same unrelenting strength, we see his team also has the same up as they continue to decimate the Ultimate Avengers, with this version of the Human Torch not even being able to burn him. As Uranium Brother, one of the immortal weapons of Hulk, his team, goes on to say, "We trained in the roaring hearts of nuclear reactors," and how he has killed men better than the Human Torch in 100 million degree heat, with Hawkeye already down and beaten in the background. Even Thor himself being beat down and punked by 2 other Gamma warriors. The Ultimates are losing on every front. And of course, She-Hulk still being out of the battle since the beginning, they are down a member. And it looks like it's about to get even worse as we see the Wasp Strings trying to use her abilities, but unfortunately for her, that was one of the worst decisions as she is promptly plucked out of the sky and eaten and swallowed whole, all while Iron Lad does his best to just try to survive against the Hulk. But we see Giant Man completely angry, and rightfully so, as it looks like he just watched Janet, the Wasp, die in front of his face, grows big, intending to smush Fat Cobra into a smear on the floor. But as we will find out, even still he isn't strong enough, as Fat Cobra is able to stop his strike dead on. But it seems like even these immortal weapons of Hulk, as powerful as they might be, they are not infallible. No, as we see from the inside out, suddenly he starts to cough as the Wasp grows back to full size, literally gutting and killing him from the inside out, tearing him apart. As for the first time, the Ultimates seem to have their first victory, taking one of the members out just like that, making things ever so slightly in their favor. But as the Hulk continues to frankly toy with Iron Man, he takes his time to thank him, in a way, because what the Ultimates have done, destabilizing little things here and there, even going as far as to burn down the White House in a previous issue. He says he has only driven the different powers in the world deeper into his, and by extension the Maker's arm. Nothing makes one crave the status quo quite like a violent threat to it. Now of course a few will be inspired to rebel, but most will be afraid of chaos, afraid of change. In time they will come to wonder if the Ultimates ever truly existed, if the whole thing wasn't an elaborate conspiracy. As in the midst we see all the other Ultimates utterly defeated, as the Hulk decides now is the time for a hands-on approach, grabbing Tony by his suit, telling him to rest now, little star, you've earned it, as he literally crushes him within his suit. And of course, no matter what high-tech suit he may have, if you are crushed in this way by someone with the strength of the Hulk, you are almost most certainly dead. And it seems like that as his power of his suit shuts down. But just then, maybe the heroes have salvation as She-Hulk finally enters the battlefield once more, tackling Hulk to the ground, as she starts to just pummel on him. But as we find out, even this is nothing more than a slight distraction, as a Hulk grabs her fist, effortlessly crushing it within his hand, bits and blood flying everywhere. You're just showing you that these two Hulks, even though they both have immense power, are on 2 completely different playing fields. And as he goes to finally make the final blow, kill her just how he killed Stark, and by extension finish off the rest of the other Ultimates, just in a nick of time, Dr. Doom behind the scenes this entire time was trying to figure out a way to send the Ultimates back. And in this life or death situation, he seems to have cracked the code, teleporting the entire fractured, beaten, and destroyed team back into their base headquarters, all to the dismay and angerment of the Hulk. Everybody got out and they weren't all slaughtered there like the Hulk intended, but not good, as he was too late. It seems like Iron Lad is dead. The Hulk really did do what he intended to, kill and fracture the Ultimates, with their leader, Iron Lad, the face behind them, seemingly killed in action. And with now only 12 months remaining until the Maker's arrival, it seems like all the good and progress that the Ultimates have did came undone in one simple battle. But of course, we will find out what happens next time as this issue and story comes to a close. If you have enjoyed, leave a like or subscribe if you're new and want to see more of this type of content. As always, this is the Hero Informer, and thank you for watching.